Hello and welcome to Full Potential Living Daily. This daily video is here to provide inspiration, motivation, and wisdom to help you be at your best every day, to crush it, to crush your day, and to make your biggest dreams become reality. Because I aim to help you step into power, purpose, and full potential every day so that you can sustain long-term success in your business, in your life, without sacrificing your health, your well-being, or your relationships. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? It's Wednesday. How you doing? What's going on? How are you? I'm sending you good energy, sending you good vibes. Every time I accomplish something, I reward myself. I start with, when I do something well, I end up rewarding myself. And so I go out and I get some style. I go upgrade my wardrobe. I go get something that is a reward. So coming to you today from this energy, from this positivity, feeling good, feeling great. And I want to send that your way. I want to send that your way today. And I want you to tune in for this whole video because today, what we're going to talk about on this Wednesday, what I want to talk about, there's really three main problems that happen with a lot of executives, that happen with a lot of entrepreneurs. And there's really three main hidden drainers for anybody who wants to be more productive, right? Because I'm a high performance coach. I help people, move forward in their business without sacrificing their health, their well-being, their relationships. And there's really three main drainers when we look into the research of human performance. When we look into productivity and human performance based off 20 years of research, what we see is there's three hidden drainers that really take away from your productivity, really take away from you getting more done in a shorter amount of time and using the most amount of leverage, right? So I want to help you get more done in a faster amount of time today. Who's up for that? Who's up for that? Who wants to do that, right? And do it in a way that makes it simple and easy for you guys to actually download and just plug and play today. Because my goal is for you today, whether you're listening to this in the morning, whether you're listening to this in the evening, whenever you're listening to it, on the weekend, I don't care. I want you guys to be able to plug and play today. I want you to be able to walk away after this short video and be like, I am immediately able to be more productive if I act. And that's what this video and Full Potential Living community is about as well. We act, right? Action is the language of 3D reality, okay? So I'm inspiring you not just with information, not just with motivation, which is actually more important than you know, not just inspiration that you need to move every day, but also it is action. I'm going to inspire you to take action. I'm going to prompt you to take action in my video. So that's how we really set ourselves differently at Full Potential Living, because how much information is all out there? It's all out there. Information is not the problem. You're not here just for information. You're here for the aligned information that you need, and you're ready to take action on it and to be coached to take action today, like now, because I'm a coach and that's what I do, high performance coach. So let's get into it. The three main hidden drainers that are stopping you from being way more productive in your business, at your work, whatever you do. This is what the research says. So number one is, first of all, most people don't have a productivity routine. They lack a simple routine that's not just a morning routine. That's not just an evening routine. That's more of energy focused. We're talking about increasing your productivity routine. So what does that look like to you? Most people lack a productivity routine. So where do you start? Let me give you a few things where you can start right now, today. All right. First of all, if you have a lack of productivity routine, okay, I want you to start clarifying your priorities. Right? Most of you know you need to do that. But if you understand high performance, clarity is something that's a daily high performance habit. You have to do it daily, right? You have to figure it out. What is the daily target that I'm after? So you have to clarify your priorities. So do me a favor and prompt yourself and write down your top 3 projects right now. You can pause the video if you want. Go ahead and pause the video. What are the top 3 projects that are actually most important in work and then most important in health or in your personal life, relationships, lifestyle, health, fitness, contribution, whatever. Okay. What are the top 3 projects? Just start with one of those. Okay. Business. Let's start with that. Right. So you need clarity on your priorities. You can do that. All right. You get clear on your top 3 projects. You need clarity on your priorities. That needs to be a practice, a routine that you do every day. And those of you that are burned out or crushing it in work, are you doing that for your health? Are you doing that for your wellness and your routine? I know you're probably not, right? Make sure you're doing that so you don't waste the relationship with your family. So you don't ruin the close relationships around you. If you ever need help, let me know. I help you with that. Okay. But clarity on your priorities. That's the first thing. Okay. So let me give you a couple more tools. Okay. Clarity on your priorities means you have to isolate. So you have to have your projects, right? But I'm talking about today. The day is Wednesday here today, or whatever day you're listening to this across the internet, across time. Okay. You need to know what your target is of the day. You need clarity on the actions and the steps and what your goal of the day is. So you need to do what? 1, isolate the target. You need to isolate the target. It's 1 to 3 needle movers that are actually going to move let's just talk about business first, your business or your life forward. I'm talking right when you get up in the morning. Okay, what are my 3 needle movers? Just write it in one word in your notebook. 3 needle movers: sales, delivery, marketing. Okay. Those might be the projects. Then you might say, okay, reach out to those 100 people, whatever the task is, whatever business or role you're in, you're going to know for you, right? I don't know your role, but you're going to go, okay, what are my 3 projects? Now, 1 to 3 needle movers that I'm going to get done today that are urgent and important. Those go in the today bucket, urgent and important. So isolate the target. You have to be crystal clear in those time blocks that you're working, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever it is, 30 minutes, the target. That's the most important thing, clarity on what you're trying to accomplish. So understand the target of what you're trying to accomplish, the goal of that day, 1 to 3 needle movers for your business. Now you could do those now. You could do those middle of the day. You could do those all at the end of the day. Understand how much time it takes to do those needle movers. All right. But isolate the target. Number 2, done by 1. I love this one. This is one that works for a lot of people. Some people don't necessarily use it, but done by 1. Those 3 needle movers, get them done by 1 today. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock today. Get them done. And then the last one here is know your top 3 projects, like I said, and then create 3 to 5 sub tasks underneath those 3 projects. We're just going to say sales, marketing, client delivery. And then we're going to say, or whatever it is, right? You're going to figure out yours. And then you're going to go 5 subtasks underneath those. Boom. What are they? Now you're going to extract from that and go, oh, I'm only going to do this one today. All I really need to do is this one because these 3 are due next week. These 3 are due 2 months, 1 month, next Friday, whatever. I only actually have to do 2 or 3 things today that are have to get done today. So that removes so much of stuff that you can schedule later, you can delegate, you can even delete, right? So that's the main thing. All of that, take away 1 thing right now that you're going to implement. Write it down in your notes on your phone, on the freaking notepad. Write it down right now. What is the thing, the routine you're going to create? Is it 5 minutes in the morning of literally, okay, 3 projects, 3 things, 3 needle movers? Do it. You have to do it every day. You have to have a routine of productivity during those business days, especially, right? You have to have that. Number 2, the biggest hidden drainer is urge. Do you understand that urge and feeling that you need? When you feel like you have to go back to work, but you don't know why exactly. At lunch or in the morning when you're having your coffee or any time during the day where you're doing something, you feel like you should be doing something else. Who out there has experienced that, right? Think about in that time, a lot of the time we are pulling ourselves out of the present moment and trying to be somewhere else we want to be. Who's done that? Who does that regularly? Not on purpose, of course. You're pulling yourself out of the present moment of what's in front of you and thinking about a million things over here that you actually need to be doing. Okay? Now, when you need to do that, when you feel that urgent feeling, no matter you can't even sit down for lunch and eat. You can't even like sit down for breakfast or have coffee because you're so worried about those things you got to get done, right? So when you're in that mode, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions. You feel like you have to get back, but you don't know exactly why. You just feel like you have to work. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself, what do I actually need to accomplish today? What do I actually need to accomplish in that hour? Entrepreneurs, what do you actually need to accomplish? Okay? When you feel that urge of like, I have to get back to work. Wait, what do I actually need to accomplish? What is my target? Okay, 2, and then what can wait to tomorrow? Do I need to rush and just be busy? Or am I going to be effective? We want to be effective. Busy doesn't do anything. So you have to bring conscious awareness around, I can't even spend 20 minutes for lunch because I've got to get back to work and do all these a million things. Conscious awareness. Do you need to rush and be busy? Or what are the things, clarity, that actually are going to move the needle in that time? And then how much time do you need to do that? And does it actually need to be done today? Think about that. All right. Use that today. Sending you good energy. You guys remember to subscribe. Remember to like. If you like this content, if you want more, drop a comment. Drop a comment, like, subscribe right now. Hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting this daily. All right. Monday through Fridays. All right. Sometimes I'm human too. I'm not perfect and I might miss a day here or there, but Monday through Friday, you can guarantee videos are coming your way. So like, subscribe, breathe for a second. 3 deep breaths. 1 more. Get out of your head, back into your body, come with good energy and refocus. Yes. Now choose one thing from what I just said and take action on it. Okay. 1 thing. That's it. The last part, the reason you're draining your own productivity. You have to increase productivity to get to the next level. The reason you're draining your productivity is decision-making. Yes. Decision-making is too slow. Too slow. Your decision-making is too slow. You're procrastinating. You're fearing what will happen if you make that decision. So how do we reduce that? How do we get rid of that? So I've just got a simple tool for this one. I really want you guys, some of you may have already checked this out. It goes back a while. President Eisenhower. How many of you have checked out the Eisenhower Matrix? If you have, bring it back out because this is a great tool. If you're already using it, awesome. Those of you that haven't, go check out the Eisenhower Matrix. You can find it on perplexity.ai. Also find it on Google, but perplexity.ai I like because that's going to allow me to see the visuals and do deeper research on stuff. It's phenomenal. Check out perplexity.ai. I just use that. It's not a plug or anything. I just use it. It's valuable. So check this out. When you are making decisions too slow, I'm going to do another video on this another time that goes deeper into decisions, but only have so much time. Check out the Eisenhower Matrix. Basically what it is urgency and importance. Think of a box, right? There's 4 quadrants. Urgency, like urgent, something's urgent, something's important. Okay, something's now, like time, and then something is like, oh, we have to do this, right? So there's 4 quadrants. There's urgent, important, and then there's not important, and then there's not urgent. Okay, so urgent, important, not important. Okay, then you've got the 4 boxes where you have urgent and important, do now. That's the things you have to do now, obviously, right? Where you have not urgent and then important, schedule that later in the week. Time block that. Make sure you commit to it. Time block that 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour later in the week or next week, right? And then not important. Let's drop down to the next box. Not important and urgent. Those are tasks that you want to delegate. You want to hand off to somebody else. You want to hire somebody. You want to subcontract somebody. You want to delegate to your team. You want to delegate them if you can. Use AI. If you're a solopreneur, use AI. Right? Delegate that way. Even if you're not a solopreneur, use AI to delegate some of your tasks. Hey, help me with this thing I need to delegate. But you need to get clarity first on what that is, right? It's your job as a high performance habit to get clarity. Use this tool right here. All right. So delegate that. Then last one, not urgent, way over here, and not important. Those tasks, what do you think you should do? Delete them. They don't really reflect. They should be aligned with your goals. They should be aligned with your top 4 quarterly goals, 90-day goals that you're going after. If you ever need help, that's what I do as a high performance coach. That's one part of what I do, is it help you increase your productivity. All right. That is 3 hidden drainers: lack of productivity routine, that feeling of just being busy. You feel like you have to do work, so you end up just being busy instead of being effective. Learn to be effective, not just busy, and understand the feeling you're having. Understand that, and then make sure you're isolating the target. And then number 3 is the decision making is too slow. In order to speed that up, here's a simple tool to check out, the Eisenhower Matrix, to do that. All right. That's what I got for you guys today. I'm going to drop a PDF down below that you guys can actually access right away. You can access this free resource. If you like, hey, I don't know where to start, I'm just going to give you a tool that you can use. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to send that to you. I'm going to put that in the description below so you can just download. Let me get a high performance tool I can use right now that has everything right there to place in my productivity routine. So tell me in the comments below, what did you take away from this video? What are you going to act on today to increase your productivity? All right. That's the video we got for you guys today. Remember to tune in Monday through Friday. Subscribe, like, comment below, say what's up, bring the good vibes, the good energy. The more you like and subscribe, the more you tell me what you want to hear, the more I can drop it and make your life better so you can live your full potential life. Success, happiness, contribution, and consciousness development. That's what we're about. All right. That's going to do it for today. Remember, do not settle. Full potential or nothing.